Okay, good evening everyone. Just waiting till everyone catches up and then we can begin some live subscriber readings. Hello, hello. Hello Susan, how are you? Hello everyone. I'm just waiting to see how many people turn up today. Should be a quieter reading today because it is subscriber only, so only subscribers will get to see this and take part in it as well. So it's a quieter one than all my other lives. I hope you are doing fine today. I've had a quiet day today, which makes a change. Okay, I'm going to share this out to the subscriber group and also to my moderators as well. So give me a second till we share this out. I should be able to share it out. All right, it might not be letting me share this. Probably because it's probably because it is. Hello, Audrey. How are you? Yay, we've got Audrey in as well. So I'm going to put Susan down and Audrey for a reading. Susan and Audrey. I don't know how many others we will get in. Yay, we've got Jenny. Jenny has joined, I think, as well. Or at least Jenny's name has come up. Thank you for the rose. These are all free readings for subscribers. So come on in. Okay, I'm going to put Jenny's name down because it's saying that Jenny's just came in. So excuse my parrot. He's been very vocal today. He's in the other room with my fiance, so they're having a boys' night. Okay. Do you know what? While we're waiting to see if we've got any more, I'm going to do a card of the day. Because tomorrow I'm going to start back doing my profile card of the day. So I thought, do you know what? Let's do a card of the day today with the unicorn cards. Which is just a random card of the day for everyone. Okay, I don't know if Jenny came in. It says that Jenny came in unless she's got internet problems. It's usually me that gets internet problems. Can everyone see and hear me okay? Hopefully they can. And hopefully TikTok comments are working. Let me just make sure my volume is up a little bit. Yeah. Yay, everybody can hear. Perfect. Okay, let's do a card of the day and then we will do some 2-card readings for everyone. I love it when it's a subscriber only readings because it's not so manic when it's out with the subscriber. I remember when I first started on TikTok and I got my first 1,000 followers and I went live. The lives were pretty short because, well, one, nobody knew me. And you were lucky if I was on doing a live for about an hour. But since then, my followers have grown, and that means my readings have grown. So it is nice to know that on a Saturday we've got a smaller group. Yay, Susan's still here too. I don't know if Janae will be on tonight or Stephen. Sometimes they work. But we will see how many join. Let's do a card of the day first, and then we'll do some readings. Okay, so this is a general card of the day that I've asked my guides for. And it's saying, be open to abundance is the card of the day today. Believe you deserve and accept plenty and prosperity. A lot of the times I can relate to this one in so many ways, because when we have very little things, it's hard to imagine having more. So we kind of tend to think, look at all those people that have got money, new houses, new cars, etc., etc. And no matter what I do, I have very little of all of those, right? But when you think about it, and you're thinking along, or your mindset is thinking along that line, it's a pretty negative thought process, right? Because you're basically saying to the universe, well, I'm unlucky and I'm going to remain unlucky. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not going to change that. I don't want to change it, etc., etc. However, if we change that up and we say, you know what? The universe is full of abundance, just waiting for us to tap into it. And we already know about the law of attraction, or at least spiritual people like myself or starseeds who are very attuned to the universal energies, know that if we want to tap into that abundance, we have to let ourselves know that we're worthy of that abundance. We're worthy of love. We're worthy of the things that we want or desire in life. And why shouldn't we ask the universe for it? So when this card is coming, it's reminding us our thought process. Thoughts are energy. Spirit is energy. The earth is energy. Everything on the earth, grass, plants, trees, water, human beings, animal kind, insects, all energy. And it's all electrical energy. And so is spirit energy and universal energy. And we are all connected in that energy. We're all plugged in to the same power source. And we can all tap in to that power source at any time that we want to. But we have to put a positive spin on it. Because if we put a negative spin on it, we're going to get negative back. The universe is like a mirror. What you put out to the universe, the universe will give you it back. So a lot of people ask me, why is it every time I go live, I'm always smiling, I'm always positive, I'm never down, I'm never angry, I'm never this, that, and the next thing. It's because I don't work at that level. I don't work at a negative level. I would prefer to work at the positive energy level. So I do my daily affirmations. I speak to spirit all the time. I do my meditations. I do my grounding every day, etc. There is no exception for me not to do that, because for me to stop grounding, for me to stop doing my meditations and affirmations, etc., then my gifts aren't going to be as strong, because I'm not going to be connected to source. So this card of the day is asking everybody to be open to receive that abundance from the universe, to receive what everyone is worthy of abundance. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone is worthy of success and abundance, riches, whatever they want from life. it's there for the taking. We just need to know how to tap into it and how to use daily affirmations and blessings to bring that abundance our way. It's the law of attraction. Welcome back. But yeah, the law of attraction is a powerful tool, and we can attract whatever we desire. So if you want that new job, attract it. Bring it in. If you want abundance, attract it. If you want love, if you want to find your soulmate, ask the universe to bring you your soulmate. The universe will bring it. And I'm going to give you a true example of that. When I went through 30 years of abuse, I knew my soulmate was out there somewhere. Didn't know where he was, but I knew he was out there somewhere. So I do things on the cycle of the moon. I guess it's a star seed thing, but I work with the cycles of the moon, new moon and full moons. So round about this time, about 9 years, no, in fact it would be more than that now. It would be 9, 10, 11 years ago. I was still with my ex, and I took my dog, I had a dog at the time, took my dog for a walk. And it was about midnight. I do a lot of midnight walks. And I cast a spell. And I asked the universe, please bring me my soulmate. Get me out of this hell and bring me my soulmate. 30 years of living with a narcissist and a control freak was enough. And then I put my trust in the universe. Didn't ask for it again. I just knew that because I'd asked, because I desired it, and because I trusted in the source, that however long it took, I would find my soulmate. Little did I know that on that same snow moon, that same year, my fiancé now cast a spell also, because he's a male witch. He cast a spell also because he also knew his soulmate was out there. How amazing was that we didn't even know each other then. Right? We stayed about 2 or 3 towns away from each other at the time. And yet, on the same moon, at the same time, on midnight, we both called for each other. Now, the law of average says that if you ask for the universe for something, it can take up to 2 years. Well, exactly 2 years going forward, thanks to a friend, daughter, who I was friendly with, I met my current partner. And we shared our story, we told our story, told him I'd cast a spell. That's when I found out he had cast a spell. But the thing was, when we first met, in his head it was like welcome home, which was absolutely crazy. And I knew when I saw him, even though I'd never met him in this lifetime, I knew him just by eye-to-eye contact, just by soul-to-soul energy. We started meeting for 4 weeks, and then I left my ex. Never even gave it a second thought, left him, and I've never looked back since. So I love that card of the day because it reminds me that that's exactly what I did. I wanted out of that marriage, and I got out of that marriage. But I also wanted my soulmate, and I got my soulmate as well. If things are, a struggle financially, I put my trust in the universe, and the universe gives you all the time, always does. Hello, Colette, how are you? Manifesting is amazing. It sure is. So yeah, we've got Colette as well. I don't know if we've still got Jenny. in. I saw Jenny coming in, but I'm going to put Colette's name down so that Colette can get a reading as well. So I've got Susan, Audrey, Jenny and Colette so far for readings. Okay, so I'm going to start with Susan. Susan, we've got moon cards and unicorn cards. So what 2 cards would you like? Okay, 2 moon cards. Let's do the moon cards. Everyone seems to like the moon cards. I like the moon cards because I work with the moon cycles, but I also like the unicorn cards because unicorns are pretty close to my heart as well. I do like unicorns. I have a few unicorns on my little card stand at the back. I've got some fairies and fairy houses and stuff like that as well as my cards. And as you can see, I've got some drums and spirit boards. You name it, I've got it. So I will be introducing, I don't know if you've seen them on TikTok recently, but they are called decision makers. And that is almost like a pendulum, but it's a magnetic pendulum, and it works with the magnetic forces to make a decision. And it's basically a spring, magnetic on a spring. And the spring can either go around in circles or it can go left and right, and it will hover over a yes, no or maybe answer. So I did spot one that I liked. So that is on order, and I just think it will make it a lot easier when I'm doing yes, no questions on my live. So I'm excited about that, bringing a new tool. Because I do pendulum work. I've got my Oracle Answers book that I use from time to time, etc. I've even got an angels book with the angels' messages, etc. I love divination. I love working with the cards. Love working with the ruins. I will be doing some free ruin readings in the subscriber group next week. So watch out for that. Now, if anyone is in the subscriber group and they haven't been added to the subscriber chat, leave me a message. Send me a message and let me know what your Facebook name is, and I will, or you can add me as a friend under Catherine Ann McCritchie, which is my Facebook name, and then you can message me and I will add you to the subscriber chat. Alrighty. I think you do need to be friends on Facebook to get added to the chat group. Which is why I always say if you want in the chat group, feel free to add me as friend on Facebook. So that I can add you to that subscriber group. Hello, Colette. Alrighty. So the 2 cards that you have got, a fiery climax approaches is your first card, Susan. Your second card, be bold and make the first move. All right. So I feel that when this comes into a reading, something that may have ended may pop its head up, right? Now, sometimes that can mean friends that we fall out with may try and get back into your friend circle. Exes may try and get back with you because they realise that they've missed the best thing in their life, etc., by letting you go. Whatever that may be, when it says a fiery climax approaches, it means that there may be debates, there may be arguments coming up with someone. But to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And whatever the argument, whatever the debate that is coming up, keep a positive look on things. Don't get drawn into the negative side of things. And if it's regarding a relationship, if you've already made a stand in that relationship and you've put your cards on the table and said, look, there's no way back, despite all your promises, there is no way back. If you put your cards on the table and you make it clear that that's it, it's, it doesn't matter what they want, it's all about what is right with Susan, what is right for Susan, right? I just feel that there is somebody going to be trying to influence you to do something that you don't really want to do, if that makes sense. Yeah, basically just ignore him. Yeah, because there will be a time, I feel, that somebody from your past, whether it's the recent breakup or whether it's from a friend from the past, but somebody will realise that they've lost the best thing ever and they will try again and they will promise the earth. But don't be blinkered into believing the false words. And then maybe he may not, or they may not accept the fact that it's over. They may not accept the fact that that chapter of your life is closed and there's no way you're going to reopen it. And that may be what this card is talking about regarding the fiery climax. The good news is the new moon's coming up. And on that new moon, you can put all that past behind you, write down all the negative things, say to the universe, I'm done, don't want it back, and let it go. And then bring in new relationships, new friendships coming towards the full moon. So your second card, be bold and make the first move. Yeah, definitely. Be bold and make the first move. To be pre-warned is to be pre-armed, right? And this card is saying, he's coming, he's going to try everything, but stick to your guns. You make the decisions, you make the first move. And, at the end of the day, if he continues to harass, if he continues to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, that's when you've got options to block. That's when you've got options to say, I'm done. Taking his number off your phone, blocking his number from your phone, etc., etc. And ignoring the door if he happens to come to the door. That type of thing. Because I know through bitter experiences, there are some exes and some ex-friends, etc., that just will not take no for an answer no matter what you do. But be bold and you keep calling the shots. Don't allow them to call the shots and influence. You just keep calling the shots is the message of these cards for you tonight. Hello, Isa. How are you? I'm going to put Isa down on the list as well because our Isa has just come in as well. Now, next Saturday is the last Saturday of the month. So, not only are we going to have free readings on the Saturday like we always do for subscribers, but we're also going to have a prize draw. And I'm going to do that draw live on Saturday, next Saturday evening, to win one of my jewellery items. I've not yet decided what, I've got so many jewellery stock that I've made, so I've not decided yet which one I'm gifting, but I will be announcing that on the subscriber group and on TikTok before Saturday. So that's exciting because somebody's going to be winning a crystal jewellery item just for being a subscriber. But Colette Susan, I'm glad that card came up, because it's a reminder, you know, sometimes we just have to let the past go even though the past doesn't want to go. So there is better things on the way for you though. So keep your chin up and stand your ground. Alrighty. Audrey is next. What 2 cards would you like? We've got moon cards and we've got unicorn cards. Moon, please, for Audrey. I'm actually surprised I remembered your name. Me and names don't usually go, but for some reason I remembered your name. Moon cards for Audrey. Okay. These moon cards are amazing. I do love the moon cards, I have to say. Now, can anyone here, because as I'm shuffling the cards, I've got a gentleman coming forward from Spirit, and the name is very clear, Christopher. Does anyone know a Christopher in Spirit? Or a Chris? He didn't actually say Chris at first. He said it's Christopher. Please give a shout out from a Christopher. So I'm giving a shout out for a Christopher or a Chris. Okay. Isaac, is this Christopher in spirit? Because I feel that this Christopher is in spirit. And I don't see him as an old gentleman, if that makes sense. I don't know if he's middle-aged or slightly younger, but he's definitely not old. Does that resonate? It's almost like he's let me see that he didn't pass over as a pensioner. He's a lot younger than a pensioner. So I don't know if that's the same Christopher that you know, and if it, because this Christopher is in spirit. Okay. It doesn't matter if nobody can take that name. It could be an ancestor to somebody. And not everybody knows their ancestors. I know I've got a lot of ancestry in my mum's side. But because my great-grandmother, who was an Irish gypsy witch, she was exiled from Ireland, and when my mother tried to go back her family tree, because of my great-grandmother being exiled, she couldn't go any further than my great-grandmother, just because the records, all her records were destroyed when she left Ireland in the 1800s. So sometimes I do get names in from people. Nobody can take the names, and that's absolutely okay. It could be somebody's ancestor. So I always say, if you hear a name getting shouted out and you don't know if it's for you, or you don't recognise it, I often get people to ask family members that maybe know a little bit more of their family tree and their family history. And 9 out of 10 times somebody comes back and says, I actually asked my mum, or I asked my auntie, and I can recognise that name. So, yeah, when I was younger, I used to get a Kathleen or Catherine coming through, and I had no idea who this Catherine was. No idea whatsoever, until I asked my mum, and that's when my mum said, Catherine was your great-grandmother, and you were named after her. So, yeah, it's crazy how spirit work. Okay. And nobody can ever spell my name right when I tell them. They think it's Catherine, but it's actually Catherine, and it's spelt with a K. So it's Kathrine. But yeah, it's crazy how spirit can contact us. And even though we don't know our ancestors, just because we don't know them doesn't mean to say they're not connected with us. If they're on your family tree, whether it's through your mum's side of the family tree, whether it's through your dad's side of the family tree, if they are on your family tree, they are connected. And they know about you, they know about me, etc. So it's always worth bearing in mind. Okay, Audrey, the end of a rough cycle approaches. The end of a rough cycle approaches, and a win-win outcome is forecast. Fantastic 2 cards to get side by side, because it lets you know that the end of one situation is coming, making way for better things to come. I love these 2 cards. It's not very often they come out like that, side by side, but I do love that when it does. So the end of a tough cycle is approaching, and because it's a full moon in Capricorn, I feel that it's going to approach sooner rather than later, because Capricorn is connected to January, beginning of the year kind of thing. So it could be towards the end of January, and maybe head into the 1st or the beginning of February. But whatever the case is, things have not been easy in the past, is usually the message of this card. In fact, it's probably been a struggle, whether it's a struggle financially, whether it's a struggle with problems and troubles, whether it's a struggle with arguments, jobs, home life, whatever the case may be. There is a lot of upheaval, there's a lot of upset, there's a lot of losses I feel in the past relating to this card. But as we get into the new moon is a great time to put all this behind us. It's a great time to write down all the negative things and the not so good things that have happened in the past. And then on the new moon, just burn the paper, cast it to the winds, or bury it in the ground. I always love to cast it in the wind. It's lovely to see the wind just taking all the ashes and floating them away. I love that. I love working with the element of fire, even though my birth sign is very much an earth element, but I do love working with the element of fire. So I burn everything. When I got divorced in 2017, I burned the marriage certificate, and I burned all his photos, and I burned everything that was connected to him. If I looked in my jewellery box and I had any jewellery connected to him, it got sold. Or he bought me a silver flute one time, and I sold the flute for pretty much a a fraction of the price that he probably bought it for, because the value didn't mean anything to me, but the sentiment had to go. So this is a time for reflecting on the past and telling yourself that come the past the new moon, heading towards the full moon, you're going to release everything to the new moon, so that by the time it reaches the full moon, you're going to then be able to manifest better things coming into the future. Yeah, do you know, I love it. I absolutely love. There's no feeling like it, writing down everything from the past, and I do that every new moon. Every new moon, I've got a stone cauldron that I use. So it's a large stone cauldron, and everything, all the paper that I read, I keep a little notepad, and that notepad is for all the negative things that have happened in my life. And whenever something negative or bad happens, it gets jotted down there and then. Negative thoughts gets jotted down in there, or situations. If I've got rid of, or I want to get rid of negative people, they all go down in that as well. And then on a new moon, you take that piece of paper and you do kind of, let me just show you. I'm going to use an old piece of paper from my little readings notebook here. Let's just take this page out. If it will come out. Yeah. So, this is just an example. This is all the names from my previous readings. So, you've got all your stuff written down. Everything. Could be, usually by the end of the moon cycle, when I'm coming up to the new moon, I've usually got about 4 or 5 pages written down. So once I've written down all of the stuff that I want to get rid of, I take the paper and I fold it away from me. And as I do so, I say, universe, all this here, take it away. I no longer need it. Then I'll turn the paper around and I'll fold it towards me, so that you've got like a quarter fold, if that makes sense. You've kind of got your quarter fold. So, universe, take this away from me, turn it round, fold it that way towards you. Universe, bring me positivity, bring me abundance. And then this piece of paper then goes into a fireproof dish, or if you're a witch like me, a cauldron. Burn it, and then you can either bury the ashes in the earth and ask Mother Earth to take it all away from you, or you can do what I do. I burn it, and then I stand facing east, and I cast some of the ashes to the east, then south, then west, then north. And as I cast each direction, I'm letting the universe know, take this away. I no longer need it, and bring positivity, bring love, bring abundance, bring better days. And it does work. But it's like anything else. If you want it to work, you have to first and foremost believe in it. If you don't believe in your affirmations, if you don't believe in your manifestations, it's not going to work. You have to believe in the process, and it does work. Anika, hello, is it Anissa? Will you get citizenship in March? Anita, you will be getting a 2-card reading because you're a subscriber. Let me just put your name down, and I'll put that question in with that as well. So that's Anisa, Anisa. Okay, so citizenship in March. And I'll do that question when I'm doing your 2 cards. We can do that question and answer for you. So yeah, so the end, yeah, it definitely sounds like good news, because the end of that negative cycle, the end of whatever has been going on in the past is coming up, and it's making way for new things to come, and it's positive things, because the moon card is a full moon in Libra, and it's saying it's a win-win outcome is forecast. So when you release all the things that no longer serve you and you put them in the past, and you ask the universe or Mother Earth to clear them, to clear the path, then it makes way for better things and positive things to come. But it all relies on your mindset as well. Changing your mindset is a huge, huge part of this process. So once you've released everything, you then tell yourself every day is going to be a positive day, no matter what negative people or situations come into my life. As a Reiki master, I always say to the 5 daily affirmations, positive affirmations, as a Reiki master. But these 5 affirmations anyone can do, because it's a daily and sometimes 3 or 4 times a day reminder that our mind is powerful, and we can change a negative thought or word or action into a positive anytime we want. So you can choose to write these affirmations down if you like, but I am going to save this video onto my YouTube channel. It will be the Mystic Witch YouTube channel, because that's when I put all my subscriber only readings, and the link is on my bio. For all the new subscribers, if you're on Facebook, go to my website. I've got a subscriber group on there as well. Please let me know when you're joining that subscriber group what your TikTok name is, because the group can be seen by everyone, but not everybody is a subscriber. So you need to let me know what your name is. I've got questions and answers when on the join screen, and one of the questions is, what is your TikTok name? And that's just so that I can mark you off against the subscriber list that I have. Because yes, we do have a few people on TikTok that are not my subscribers, and they do chance their luck and try and get into the subscriber group, which is why it's important when you click join that you answer the question that says, what is your TikTok name? So I love this for you, Audrey, because I feel you've had a long, hard road in the past. But keeping a positive mindset is going to change that. And releasing everything on the new moon is going to change that big, big time. So the 5 affirmations you can use to help that process is, each one starts with just for today. So you can put on a notebook, just for today, 5 times. So the first, just for the day. Just for today, I will not anger. That's your first one. Just for today, I will not anger. So if somebody comes into my life, for example, and tries to upset me or get me angry, just for today, I'm going to walk away, and I'm not going to give them my anger. I'm not going to be negative. I'm just going to be saying, good luck with your life, but I walk away. I choose not to connect with your negativity, and I walk away. So just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry is the second one. Just for today, I will not worry. Worry is a negative and pointless emotion. You know, it's a bit like, why worry about spilt milk? If you spill a cup of milk, you can't literally pick it up, right, and drink it, right? It's wasted, it's gone. There's no point in crying over it, right? There's no point in worrying about it. You know, it's the same as if you drop a glass or a cup and it smashes into 1,000 pieces. We can't put that glass together. So there's no point in worrying about it. We just sweep up the glass, smile and say, well, next time I'll be less clumsy, and we buy another glass. Or we open another bottle of milk and we pour another glass of milk. Ultimately, what's the point in worrying? Worrying gets you nowhere. Whereas if you put a positive spin in it, for example, if somebody's sick that you dearly love, rather than worry about them whether they're going to get better or not, put a positive spin on that. You know, not so long ago, my partner or my fiance was not feeling very well. And rather than worry about him getting better, as a Reiki master, I didn't have to worry about it. But even if I wasn't a Reiki master to give healing, I would simply say to the universe, okay, my fiance is not very well. Send Archangel Raphael and send him the healing that he needs. And because I trust the universe to do that, and I trust the archangels to do that, there is no point in me worrying about it. You know, if I've got no money to buy extras, I don't worry about it. As long as I've got food on the table and my bills are paid, what's the point in worrying about it? What's the point in worrying about something that I haven't got or that I can't change? So I always put a spin on things. So the second one is, just for today, I will not worry. The third one, just for today, I will count my many blessings. So just for today, I will count my many blessings. So every day I have a little blessings book. And when I wake up, one of the first things that's always on my blessings book, I am blessed because I opened my eyes today. That means I get to live another day. Unfortunately, somebody somewhere hasn't opened their eyes today, and they don't get the blessings of a new day. So if I'm waking up tomorrow, I will count my blessings that I get to live another day, because time is precious. You could do just for today. You can say things like, I'm blessed because I've got food on the table. I'm blessed I've got money. It's not a lot of money, but I'm blessed to have the money that I have. I'm blessed to have friends. I'm blessed to have family. I'm blessed to have love in my life. I'm blessed to have the things that bring joy in my life. That kind of thing. So making a list of everything that you already have in your life, because everything that you have in your life is a blessing. But very few people do that. And we just take it for granted. We take the things that we already have for granted, including our own lives and our own health. But when you start doing a daily blessings, just for today, I will count my many blessings and be grateful for those blessings, then you realise you're not as bad off as some people are, because you woke up today. Somebody didn't. You have money in your pocket and food on the table and a roof over your head. Some people have no money and sleeping under a bridge or in a cardboard box somewhere. So we always think we're worse off in life than somebody else, but there is always somebody else worse off than us. So counting our blessings is a positive thing or positive affirmation to do. So just for today, I will count my many blessings. The fourth one, just for today, I will do my work with honesty and integrity. So whether it's a job, a career, whether it's doing what I do with my readings, etc. When you're honest with everything that you do and everything that you say, those around you have no cause whatsoever to doubt you. In fact, they respect you. So I know, because I trust my guides 1001%, I know that when I pick a card and whatever messages are coming to me or whatever I am getting channeled is correct. I trust the process, and I'm honest and open with all my readings. And therefore, I can go on and do lives and mediumship and be confident in doing so, just because of that trust. If I was not a genuine medium and I decided to wing it, I decided, oh yeah, I'm going to go on TikTok and I'm going to just pick a card and make things up. Or pick a card, for example, oracle cards are the easiest cards for non-spiritual mediums to fake, because the answer's already in the card. And I see it a lot on TikTok, especially people that use the moon cards on TikTok. And they're so quick at the cards, right? Because they'll pick a moon card and they'll, like this one. Oh, the end of a rough cycle approaches, and it's the full moon in Capricorn. Full moons are bringing good things into your life. So the end of your rough times are ending, right? How easy is that? But they are not able to fill in the details and extra details that I can give, because they're not being honest and open with whoever they're reading for. And I know I get a lot of people that are saying, that say, you know, oh my gosh, why do I have to wait 2 or 3 hours to get a reading on my live readings? It's because I refuse point blank to rush my readings. And I certainly refuse point blank to rush my spirit guides. I would rather give quality and quantity rather than not quality and non-quantity when I'm doing my readings. So just for today, I will be honest, and I will do my work with honesty and integrity. Because when I do so, then others have no doubt or no cause not to trust. I will always trust somebody that is honest and open and works with integrity than I would for somebody that is fake and comes and as a friend to your face, for example, and an enemy to your back. That's not working with honesty and integrity. That's kind of working with deceit. So the fourth one is, just for today, I will be honest. I will do my work with honesty and integrity. The last one, which is the fifth one, I will be kind to all living things. Just for today, I will be kind to all living things, even human beings. Right? When I left my ex, I could have been really nasty. I chose not to. I chose to be kind. And I chose to tell him I forgave him. I'm walking out the door, but I forgive your wrongs. Because I know, one, he doesn't want my forgiveness. He wants to continue to control. He doesn't want my forgiveness. So I give him what he doesn't want, but in a kind way. And I'll say, have a good life. I forgive all your wrongs. And I walk out the door. And there's no turning back. I'm being polite, I'm being positive, and I'm being kind. Even to those that bullied me throughout school. I didn't hit back, I didn't lash back out. You know, even though my dad says, oh, you know, if I came home with a black eye or whatever else, he would turn around and say, right, just go back out that door, and just give them a right hook, and give them a left black eye. I couldn't do it. It wasn't in me to do it, because two wrongs do not make a right. But instead, I just chose to report the person to the school teacher at the time, and leave it at that. So just for today, I will be kind to all living things, because that makes me a better person. They are responsible for their words and actions. I'm responsible for my words, thoughts and actions. And I choose to keep my words, thoughts and actions positive. So just as a recap for the daily affirmations that can bring Audrey all the win-win situation that is coming your way. Just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry about anything. Just for today, I will count my many blessings. Just for today, I will do my work with honesty and integrity. And just for today, I will be kind to all living things. Just for today. Now, why does it start with just for today? Because too often we make promises for tomorrow, the next day and the next day. And somewhere along the line we break those promises. So if we keep everything just for today. So we're not thinking about tomorrow, we're not thinking about Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, right? We're thinking about just for today. So every day, just for today, I'm not going to get angry. I'm not thinking about tomorrow, just for today. And if during the day you find yourself getting angry, remind yourself of it and just say, oh, no, just for today, I'm not going to get angry. Just for today, I'm not going to worry. If somebody's being nasty to you, just remind yourself, just for today, I'm going to be kind to all living things. I'm going to walk away and say, you know what, I'm done. Have a good life. I'm over it. It's a constant reminder every day to be positive, and it works. And here's the thing. They say if you do something for 21 days solid in a row, 21 days in a row, it becomes a routine. Right? Parents, etc., have known this for centuries, right? So when we are young and we're a child, what's the first thing that our parents teach us? First thing in the morning, last thing at night, brush your teeth. Right? They don't just say it one day and never say it again, right? Every single day. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, your mum's always saying, you know, before you go to bed, go and brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever, right? Eventually that sinks in and we don't even have to think about it because it became routine. It's the same with your affirmations and your positive affirmations. If you keep saying positive affirmations over and over every single day, every day, for 21 days, eventually you'll find after those 21 days, it comes as second nature. And that could be writing in your affirmation book. It could be keeping a dream journal for 21 days. You automatically do it. So Audrey, I hope that helps. I am so glad that there is better things on the way. So make the most of the new moon and write everything that has been troublesome or worrying from the past. Let it go, cast it to the wind or bury it in the soil, whatever you want to do with it, and then move on with daily affirmations. They do work, and when you do that, it is definitely going to be a win-win situation for you, and better things are definitely coming your way. So I hope that helps. Okay, so let's move on. Do we still have Jenny? I know Jenny came in. Let me have a look on my little list. Let's see if Jenny's in. We've got Colette, Annex and Isa. I don't think we've got Jenny. Okay, we're going to skip Jenny because I don't think Jenny's in the room. Right, we got Colette. If Jenny comes back, I'll still keep her name there. Do we still have Colette? I'm not sure if she can join this live. She'll if she can subscribe, then yes, she'll be able to get on the live, I would imagine. If she can subscribe, she'd have to get confirmation from TikTok that she's subscribed. But if not, she can certainly subscribe next time I'm on a live, which would be Monday. I'm not sure whether she can subscribe while I'm doing a private subscription live, because it's only subscribers that can see this. But if she gets if TikTok allow her to subscribe, even though I'm in the private subscription chat, then what she can do, if she doesn't see the live, she can log out of TikTok, log back in, and she should be able to see the live. But if not, she can certainly subscribe next time I'm live. But if she can't get in and she'd like a card picked, then I can certainly pick a card for her and read it on this, because I will be sharing this card, this live on the Mystic Witch YouTube channel. So she would still see it either way anyway. Okay. So do we still have Colette? Is Colette still here? Let me have a look on my little list. It tells me who's in. Yep, it's saying Colette's here. Yay, she's here. Colette, what 2 cards would you like? One of each. You certainly can. Let's do one of each. So let's grab the moon cards and give them a good old shuffle. I think that's why a lot of people like subscribing, because they like the intimacy of a Saturday night subscriber only readings night, because everybody gets a reading. And it's not like the busy lives that I have where you've got subscribers and you've got the non-subscribers and everybody's battling to get a reading. I've never done a reading night or a public reading night where I've been able to get everybody that has been asking for a card. It's just impossible on TikTok. There's just so many people that can see your lives. Which is why when I started off with the TikTok subscriptions, I decided, you know what, let's give my subscribers a night and a live all to themselves where they can have free readings. Okay, but subscribers get 2 card readings free every night when I'm live, even if it's a gift only reading. Subscribers don't have to gift. Okay, so we've got a moon card. Let's do the unicorn cards for Colette. Okie dokie. But Isa, if your sister can't get in and she's definitely wanting to subscribe, if you let me know before this live ends what her name is, I will definitely pick 2 cards for her, and she'll be able to watch it back on the YouTube channel. I'll also post it, I'll be posting my subscriber only live readings on the subscription group on Facebook as well. Okay. I think it's good that Facebook can, that TikTok can do a subscriber only one, because it gives the subscribers their own little time to be able to have one-to-one time with me as a subscriber. I think it's nice. Okay, Colette, your moon card. A new start is coming. Oh my goodness, we're getting positive new starts this January. A new start is coming. And Cosmic Sapphire. How beautiful is that card? Cosmic Sapphire. Thank you for the heart. Act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. We've just spoke about honesty and integrity. How crazy is that? So I feel that sometimes you're a people pleaser, right? And sometimes as a people pleaser, we like to tell little white lies, right? So as not to hurt people, right? Somewhere along our lives, even when I was younger, I'm like, oh, I can't say that to my friend because that's going to hurt her. So we kind of make little white lies up, don't we? Thank you for the roses, Isa. So we kind of make little lies up and say, yeah, you know, or, you know, how many times has somebody said to us, how are you feeling today? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And you might not be fine. You might be feeling pretty crap. You might have had a really bad day, but you don't want to worry anybody. So we always say to each other, don't we? Oh, I'm fine. Nothing wrong with me. No, I'm fine, right? We kind of tell a little lie. But what this card is saying, act with honor and integrity and speak your truth, right? People would probably more respect you if you were honest with them. So if somebody was saying, how are you feeling, Colette, today? Hope you're having a good day. Actually, no, I'm not having a good day. I'm having a pretty rotten day because X, Y, and Z happened. You're not burdening a friend with that, right? You're actually sharing a problem. And they say a problem shared is a problem halved. So you might turn around and say, actually, no, I'm not okay. I've had X, Y, and Z happen and I'm not feeling happy about that, etc. Chances are, if they're a good friend or a family member, they're going to turn around and say, right, put the kettle on, let's sit down and we'll put the world to rights. Let's see what we can do to change your day, right? A lot of people will come in and ask in my DM box. And they'll say, Lady Moonlight, I'm having a pretty rough time. I have no idea what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, and I just feel low. I'm having a really bad day. And I'll say, right, okay, let's go and both put the kettle on. Let's just chat things over. Let's see what we can do about it. At the end of the chat, I can guarantee you they'll turn around and say, do you know what? Before I came live or before I contacted you, I was having a pretty miserable day, but thank you, you've made me feel better. You know, I'll maybe spin a joke or two, right? And they do, they feel so much better. So the Cosmic Sapphire is always saying, speak your truth and act with honesty and integrity in everything that you do. Obviously, if you don't trust somebody to be able to share something with them, then by all means don't share the truth with enemies, for example. Share the truth with those that you truly, truly trust and know 1001% that they're not going to go behind your back and twist the knife in, etc. And in fact, that they're going to be able to help you along life's way, right? And if you do tell truth or share a problem with somebody that you trust, and that problem, that person somewhere along the line betrays you, lesson learned. Next time, I'll choose somebody else to tell my truth and honesty to, because you will be the last person that I come to, right? So this card is reminding you, white lies are okay, but you want people to trust Colette. You want people to know that when they speak to Colette, when they ask Colette any questions, Colette's going to be honest and open all the time. And then, therefore, they can trust that person. And when you do that, it's a case of putting all the things from the past behind you and making way for a new start, right? We all make mistakes in life, right? Nobody is perfect. And if somebody comes into your life and say, but I'm perfect, no, nobody's perfect. I'm not even perfect. I've made mistakes in my life. Boy, have I made mistakes in my life, right? You can't get any worse than marrying a narcissistic child abuser. Obviously, when I married him, I didn't even know he was narcissistic, and I certainly didn't know he was a child abuser, otherwise I would not have been a mom to that guy. Anyway, hindsight is a good thing, isn't it, if we had it? But what did I learn from that? But, you know, I learned not to see things at face value, to look deeper instead of jumping in with both feet and trusting wholeheartedly. Take time to get to know somebody before I commit to somebody, and then I don't need to go through 30 years of hell. Oh, I'm so glad you know who this is for. So yeah, definitely, I'm glad this resonates with you. And this is what I mean, because I work with honesty, integrity, I just call a spade a spade. Whatever spirit are coming out with, that's what I come out with. But use the new moon to forgive yourself more than anything for any mistakes you've made in life, and forgive others for being nasty to you in return, etc. Right? It's never too late to forgive yourself or to forgive others. And then just let the new moon and the universe or Mother Earth take it away. And then you're making a new start. Right? Throughout our lifetimes, we're going to have endings and we're going to have new starts. We might have 1,001 new starts, and that's okay, because we're not perfect. We are going to still make mistakes along life's path, but each mistake is a lesson and a blessing, because we learn from our mistakes and we very rarely repeat them. So never take a negative past as something that is, you know, that you feel guilty for, or that you can't forgive. Of course you can forgive it. It's in the past. Can't change it, but you can forgive it, and that takes your power back. And then move on and do what you can every day. This is where the daily positive affirmations can come in massively. I know that I've been doing Reiki, the 5 Reiki daily affirmations since I started off my Reiki 1. And I still did them through Reiki 2, my Reiki Masters and Master Teacher. So it works. And if you do it every single day, and you do your blessings every single day, and you do your daily affirmations, and you manifest the things that you want, life becomes a lot better, and it actually becomes more carefree. So I'm glad you can take that message. So, and I'm so glad you were able to join me live tonight as well. It's lovely to see all my subscribers coming together in a small group. It's absolutely lovely. Okay, Isa. We have Isa next. Isa, what 2 cards would you like, honey? So we're just waiting on Isa's 2 cards. One of each for Isa. You got it. Right, let's take some moon cards and we'll shuffle the energy in these moon cards. I love how the smaller group just feels so more relaxed. This is why I like a Saturday night readings. Okay. And tomorrow on my profile page I'll be restarting Card of the Day on TikTok. So even though I'm not live tomorrow, because Sunday I always have the day off doing my lives, but there will be the very first card of the day, and that will be tomorrow on my TikTok. And on a Wednesday I'm going to be doing rune readings over on the Facebook subscriber group. So I will choose 3 rune stones, and I'll post the 3 rune stones, and I usually label them 1, 2, 3 or ABC, and ask my subscribers to choose a rune stone, and then on the Thursday I will print out the answers to that rune stone. So that will start this week as well, and it will be on the subscribers Facebook page on Wednesday. Okay. So let's shuffle these cards. How does everybody like the subscriber only readings? Do they find it beneficial? Who likes the intimate subscriber only ones, and who likes the hustle bustle of the live ones? What's everybody's thoughts on it? Okay, your sister's name is Flor, F-L-O-R. Okay, let me just write her name down so that I can do a reading for her as well. Okay, that's her on the list. It's maybe because this is a closed subscriber chat that the subscription's maybe not working. I think it's easier to subscribe when it's a public live rather than a subscriber only live. Okay. But once she subscribes on the Monday when I'm next live, she can be added to the subscriber group on Facebook, and then she'll get to see this video anyway, because I will be sharing it on the Mystic Witch YouTube channel. It's not on the Lady Moonlight one, it will be on the Mystic Witch one, and it will be on the subscriber page as well. Okay, Isa, step out of your comfort zone is your moon card. Step out of your comfort zone. And it's the North Node moon. The unicorn one Cocoon of white light. I love this. Look at the beautiful butterfly. Cocoon of white light. And the message is rest in perfect love and understand oneness. So we're going to start with a new one, the North Mode Moon one. Step out of your comfort zone. I feel that when this card comes out, there's new things that you would love to do, but you it's almost like you talk yourself out of doing them because it's safer with the things that you know, right? It's a bit like when people come to me and say, I'm in this job, but I really want to change my job, but I'm scared to make that move. What if it's the wrong move? Maybe I'm better staying here. All right, the money's not so good or whatever, but maybe I'm better staying here because I know the job well and I know the people, etc., right? Or it could be, when children go from primary school to secondary school, etc., right? That's a scary time, right? And if they could, they would stay in primary school because they know the teachers, they know their friends, etc. And going, from school then to a workplace, change is scary, especially if it's new things and it's new experiences. It can be daunting. And it's so much easier to say, I'll just stay in my comfort blanket. I'm not going to try something new. I'm not want to be daring because if it turns out bad, I'm going to feel bad about it, etc. But sometimes in life we do need to shift and take that comfort blanket off and just go for it and trust the process. So especially if it's an idea that keeps coming back to your mind, but you keep talking yourself out of it. If that's the case, then this card is saying, stop talking yourself out of it. The reason it's in your mind and it's not going to go anywhere is because the universe trusts that you can do this. You've got what it takes to do this. So no more doubting yourself. Grab the bull by the horns and run with it. Scary as though it may be, we all have that inner strength to do it. I remember before I came on TikTok, I was struggling with my readings on Facebook because Facebook basically are going downhill since Facebook have been greedy and wanting people's money before they can show your stuff, so a lot of things don't get seen on Facebook. And one of my friends, Tracy, she actually said, you need to go on to TikTok. TikTok would be so much better for you because if people like you, they will follow you and subscribe. And I said, oh my gosh, no way. I don't know a single person on TikTok. And when I looked at TikTok years ago, it was all young people. I don't know if anyone can remember the early days of TikTok. It was all teenagers doing fancy hip hops, dances up and down stairs, or skateboard tricks, or rollerblade tricks. And I'm looking at TikTok and I'm thinking, yeah, right, okay, I'm in my 50s. Me on a skateboard. A blind woman on a skateboard. That's probably coming out of your comfort zone a little bit too far. And I just, nope, wasn't for me at that time. So when Tracy came to me and she said, you need to go on TikTok, my first response is, hell no. Me on roller skates or me hopping up and down stairs, like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk backwards up the stairs. No, I'm not doing it. And she said, oh, it's changed, that it's not all of that. There's all different age groups. And it took her about 4 or 5 months to actually persuade me, look, go on it. Do a couple of videos. See how you go. Videos, yeah, I can do. So I did a couple of videos until I got my first 1,000. And then Tracy inboxed me and she said, you've got your first 1,000, you can go live. I went, hell no. I've been following people that have got like 15k followers, or they've got 10k followers, etc., etc., and you want me to go live in front of all those people and do my readings. It's not happening. And she said, but look how far you've come. You've come from no followers to 1,000 followers. You do lives on Facebook. Pretend it's Facebook. Pretend this, forget about the numbers, just be you. And it was my first live. I will be honest, I had no moderators at that time. It was the scary as hell to go live, and I probably mucked it up. I probably stumbled my words. I probably mixed up my words a little bit, and I probably wasn't as confident. But I did it. I came off shaking like a leaf, but I did it. And the more that I continued to do it, the better and the more confidence that I had. So sometimes, yes, it is scary to start new things or to try something that's way out of your comfort zone. But if we find that inner courage and that inner strength to do so, at the end of it, you'll think, what was I worried about? And even to this day, I'll say to Tracy, can you remember how long it took you to get me to do TikTok? And she said, yeah, and now look at you. You doubted yourself at the time, which I did. And I thought, oh my gosh, because when you come out of your comfort zone, sometimes you remember bad experiences in your life, right? Like going to schools and getting bullied, or, meeting new people and getting bullied because of your disability, etc. And all of that comes flooding back when you try to do something new. So it is a scary time. But, luckily now I have got some good moderators, and even when I don't have my moderators, if I do see a negative comment, I don't hesitate. I know that TikTok has a block button, and I'm not afraid to use it. So I don't know if this resonates with you, Isa, or whether there's something that you'd like to do, but you've been putting it on hold. You've just been sitting on the fence with it and not doing anything with it because it's so much easier to stay within the norm and stay in that comfort blanket. And if that's the case, this card is saying it's time for you to come out of your cocoon, to come out of your comfort blanket and just go for it. The cocoon of white light is very similar information on that card as well. Thank you for the roses. Hello, Eve. Welcome in. I'm going to put your name down on the list because everybody gets a card tonight. So I'm going to put Eve's name down on, just as I'm seeing your name. So welcome in. So Isa, Cocoon of White Light is your second card. And rest in perfect love and understand oneness. All right? We are all connected. The universe is white light. And that white light is love, because love is the highest energy on the universe. If we love ourselves unconditionally, and then we learn to love others unconditionally, we bathe in that white light, that white energy, and we ascend to higher levels of consciousness. And we realize that at the end of the day, we're all one. We're all connected. Good, bad people on this earth, animals, insects, plants, stars, moons, the universe itself, we're all energy. It's all energy. We're all connected. We're all oneness. And when we realize that, we realize we can connect to source anytime we want. We can connect to the universe. And we don't have to worry about anything, because the universe will provide everything that we possibly need. And when you kind of come to that realization and realize, well, if I want it, the universe will provide it. And I trust the process. And I understand that process. And I trust and understand the process to work, so that I know that if I want something in life, I can get it. If I want abundance, I can get it. If I want love, if I want to bring love into the situation, I can get it. If I want to bring peace, and if I want to bring light into a dark world, I can do that as well. So it's believe in your good heart and keep being you, because you're perfect just the way you are. You're one of life's givers. You're one of life's healers. And you've been given those gifts for a reason. And it's to help yourself and others. Whether it's as a carer, whether it's just as a good friend, etc., or a confidant, or just an advisor, etc. But lead the way. Be the light for others to see. So I hope that that makes sense. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad it makes sense. And I'm so glad you joined me tonight. This is what I love about the small groups, that it is smaller and a lot easier for everybody to get a reading. Okay, we've got Anissa, and you also wanted to know whether you will get your citizenship in March. So first of all, while I'm going to get my dowser. Oops. Let's get my dowser out. And while I'm getting my dowser, if you can let me know what 2 cards you would like. And I'm just going to set the dowser. So to let's align it. Spirit, can you show me the direction for yes? Please show me the direction for yes. Spirit, can you confirm that direction for yes? So yes is back and forward, or should I say left and right. Thank you. Spirit, can you show me the direction for no? Please show me the direction for no. What is the direction for no? Can you please confirm the direction for no? Please confirm. Okay, so back and forward is definitely the direction for no. Thank you. Spirit, can you confirm the direction for I'm not sure? Please confirm the direction for I'm not sure. So I'm not sure is round in circles. So do we still have Anissa? Is she still with us? I don't know if he's still got Anissa. Let me see if I can see her on my list. Isa, we've got Isa and we've got Eve. I can't see Anissa. But I'm going to ask the question anyway, just in case she's on the Facebook group or YouTube. Can you please tell me if Anissa is going to get her citizenship in March? Will Anissa get her citizenship in March? Please tell me whether Anissa will get her citizenship in March. It's taken its time to ask this, but we will be patient. Will Anissa receive her citizenship in March this year? Okay. Unfortunately, the answer that's coming back for Anissa is Spirit is unsure. So it's not a yes and it's not a no, it's I'm not sure at this time. Now that could be because March is only 2 months away. And Spirit do work at a different time scale from Earth than we do. I hope that helps with Anissa. If Anissa comes back, I will do her 2 cards. I'm not one to really do her 2 cards without her being here because she may want to choose her 2 cards herself. Okay, so I'm just going to go on to the next name. This one is for Flor, Isa's sister. Isa, do you know what type of card she would like? Whether it's a moon card or unicorn or one of each. Or will I just ask Spirit to choose the cards for her? Because I may be just, I can just ask Spirit to choose a card for her, or to choose the 2 cards for her, whichever is easier. So if Isa is still there, then we can see if she knows what cards her sister would like. She's maybe asking her sister, so I'll wait a few minutes just to see. Unicorn, thank you, Isa. We'll pick 2 unicorns for her. Okay. Let's pick 2 unicorn cards. Alrighty. So these 2 unicorn cards are going to be for Flora. And then we've got Eve next. I love those unicorns. They are so pretty. I love unicorn images. Reminds me of, I've got a big, huge unicorn that I bought a couple of years ago. When I got my freedom from my ex, etc. And I named the unicorn Freedom. And every time I look at the unicorn, I think, yeah. I love the Fae as well, but unicorns, I love horses, so it makes sense, I guess, that I like unicorns as well. I think they're just magical beings. And we recently went, in fact, it was a couple of years ago, my fiance took me to Stirling Castle in Scotland for my birthday. And we were looking at different rooms within the castle. And there is, in fact, was it the Stirling Castle? No, it wasn't Stirling. It was a castle outside of Glenrothes. And we were looking, because we love old buildings and haunted places and stuff, so we're visiting, we often go visiting haunted castles and old ruins and stuff. So we went to visit this castle and we were going through all of the rooms, and we entered a throne room, and we couldn't believe it. But in this throne room, they had one huge wall that was covered in unicorns. Even the ceiling was tiled with unicorns, and they actually named it the Unicorn Room. And apparently the king at the time loved unicorns. So when that particular room was designed, he had unicorns painted. And I will have to share the photo. I'll have to dig out the photo of that sometime and share it on TikTok, because I just think it is the most beautiful, beautiful room I have ever seen in the castle. And it's not something you expect when you go and visit an old castle, is it? A room full of unicorns. But I loved it. I just thought, wow, this is, I could stay in this room all day just because it's got unicorns. So I do love the unicorns. I love the mysteriousness of the magic unicorns, but their messages in the cards are beautiful as well. Thank you for the roses. Okay, so these ones are for Flora. Creative Solutions is her first unicorn. Creative Solutions. And her second unicorn, Pool of Christ Light. Pool of Christ Light. So I'm going to go with the first one, and it's Creative Solutions. Think outside of the box. View things from a higher perspective. Sometimes we'll try things in life, whether it's a new hobby or whether we're trying to do something and we can't do it the normal way, right? So for example, we might be building something from scratch, right? And we're like, these instructions don't make sense. And you're reading the instructions over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter which way you read them, it doesn't make sense. And you think, well, how can I build this if the instructions themselves don't make sense? And then you think, I'll do it a different way. Forget about the written instructions. What about the diagrams, the pictures? So you build it using the pictures, and you find you are able, just by picture by picture by picture, to build up the item, right? Whereas most people would be able to do the subscription, the description only, and build it from scratch. When we look at disabled people, for example, like myself, I'm like, well, I lost my job as a carer when my vision disappeared after an eye operation went really wrong. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to work again. What can I do? I'm going to be stuck at home. I'll never be able to read again. But what I didn't think about was, I've been reading all my life without any normal vision. So what is different, right? Nothing, right? So I learned to trust, as always, my spiritual sight rather than my physical sight. And a lot of things that I do in my everyday life, they may be different ways of doing things. You know, for example, when I'm crossing the road, I can't see the cars coming, right? But we have pedestrian crossings here that if you place your hand underneath the pedestrian crossing, it has a little dome-shaped spindle thing, and you can put your hands underneath that spindle, and when the crossing goes to green, the spindle spins on your hand or in between your fingers, and you know it's time to cross. If I'm crossing the road and there is no pedestrian crossing, I use my ears. I can hear things that normal sighted people can't hear because I'm not using my vision, so my ears make up for what I can't see. And I can tell by the noise of an engine whether the car is coming fast or whether it's slow. And I've got it down to an art where I can judge, do I have time to cross this road before the car that I hear in the distance actually gets to where I am? And it works. So again, I can cross the road like any normal sighted person, but I may just do it in a different way. And I feel that for Flora, there's maybe something that she's been trying to do and not been able to do it, and she just gave up. Well, this card is saying, don't give up. If it didn't work that way, think outside of the box. Look at the bigger picture. How else can you make it work? It's a bit like if at first you don't succeed, try again. So if whatever she's tried hasn't worked, and that's why she's gave up, then look outside the box. Like that did not work the first time. So plan B. Make a plan B and then make a plan C. Right? It doesn't matter whether it's all different ways of doing it. If it's in your heart to do something and the first attempt fails, think outside the box. How else can I do this? Or how else can I achieve this? Right? Another example of that would be maybe somebody wants to go to college or, further education. And the first college that they apply for is full. They can't get into the college. And they decide, I'm just going to give up. Right? So they give up. Oh, give me a second till we get the bird moved. So we give up. And then we don't think, okay, that college was closed. What else can I do? All right, I will apply online. And you get a course online. It's thinking outside the box. The results are the same, but we just do things a little bit differently. So I hope when Flora gets to see that, it makes sense. Then we've got Pool of Christ Light. And that one is open your heart. Spread unconditional love. All right? I feel that maybe Flora has been hurt somewhere along the past and she's built up barriers. She's cut out everything. She's maybe, her self-esteem has been knocked a little bit. Her trust in people has been knocked a little bit. And that's understandable if we get hurt in life. But the message of this one is, if we do get hurt, we have got other options, right? that's only one person, or that's only a couple of people coming into our lives trying to hurt us. But there are just as many people in life that want to bring love, friendship, and compassion into her life. And if she builds up these barriers, she's going to prevent the right people coming into her life who will love her unconditionally, who will, the last thing that they will want to do is to hurt her in any way, shape or form. So this is where it's saying, despite being hurt in the past, don't let somebody else's negative reaction, don't allow somebody else's behaviours to prevent you from loving yourself and others unconditionally, and for putting trust in other people. Not everybody is in this world to hurt you. Not everybody is in this world to cause you hurt, grief or negativity. There are a lot of positive, uplifting people out there for her. So if somebody is coming into her life and has caused her pain or hurt, she can remove that person from their life. She can walk away from that person, but keep her heart open and maybe just be a little bit more cautious the next time. Take time to get to know somebody a little bit better before she jumps in. Again, it's a lesson and a blessing, isn't it? The people that treat us badly, we then soon quickly learn that that's the type of people that we keep out of our lives, and we don't trust them. But as for the rest of the people, the genuine ones that are light workers and that are there to help, to guide and to make things better for us, they are the ones that we should trust. So it's, again, letting go of the past and those that have done us wrong, but keeping an open heart and keep loving your heart so that you don't block people that come into your future from loving you. You're worthy of love, you're worthy of companionship and friendship, just like anybody else. And don't allow the odd few negative Nancys to spoil that for you, is the message of this card. So I know that when Flora subscribes and gets into the group, she'll be able to see her 2 cards, and I hope that that will make sense for her. Hello, Jenny. I don't know if Jenny can still see, but we've still got your name down, Jenny, if you would like a reading. Hello, hello. Yay, Jenny's joined. So I'm going to put you after Eve because Eve's next. So I'm going to put Jenny down after Eve. So Eve is next. What 2 cards would you like, Eve? Two unicorn for Eve. You got it. Alrighty, let's do 2 unicorns. Let's give these a good shuffle. So how are you, Jenny? I hope you've had a good Saturday. It's lovely to have a smaller group. It makes so much of a difference reading for a small group than it does in the busy live readings that I do during the week. Okay, let's shuffle these cards and see where we go. I will share this live onto the Mystic Witch YouTube channel and the subscriber only page or group on Facebook as well, just for anyone that's missed any of the readings. Okay, let's pick 2 unicorns. Oh, it's 2 moons, isn't it? Why did I pick unicorns? 2 moons. For some reason, Spirit were picking 2 unicorns there. Right. 2 moons. Let's give these a good shuffle. Now, tomorrow evening, there are no lives tomorrow, but there will be card of the day. And that will be on my profile. So I will pick a card of the day on my TikTok profile. But there won't... Oh, right, okay. We have got a card that's just flown out of the pack. In fact, there's 2. How crazy is that? 2 cards have just flown out of the pack. So I'm going to go with the 2 cards that have just flown out of the pack. Usually when a card flies out, it's 1. But both of these cards flew out together. So I'm going to go with it. Usually when Spirit chuck a card, or in this case 2 cards, I stop shuffling. Because it's a clear indication that's the 2 cards that they want. Okay. Your hard work is paying off is the first moon card. And your second moon card, meditate and contemplate. Meditate and contemplate. So, firstly, your hard work is paying off. And it's a new moon in Capricorn, which is crazy because that's the new moon's coming up in Capricorn. So, or in the month of January, let's say. But when this card comes in, it's letting you know whatever it is that you're working on, whether it's within the workplace, whether it's within the home, whether it's working on your goals, your dreams, your desires. Whatever you do, you put 101% into whatever it is you do. If you get an idea, you run with the idea and you just work and plod away at it. There are times you have to take breaks, but you always go straight back to it because you don't like leaving things undone or leaving things unfinished. Once you start something, you have to complete it, if that makes sense. So whatever it is that you're working on, whether it's within the workplace, whether it's at home, you may feel that you're not getting anywhere, or it's a slow process, or that nobody is noticing, or it's not going to be worth your while at the end of the day. Are you wasting your time doing it? Are you wasting your time, for example, going for dreams and goals? No, you're never wasting your time going for dreams and goals. Because if you want something badly enough and you're prepared to put in the work and the dedication to get there, then that work, that dedication is going to pay off in dividends. Because you yourself will realise what it's taken for you to get there and the hard work that it's taken for you to get there. But others will notice that as well. For example, if it's in the workplace and you're looking for promotion, you will turn up at your work dead on time every day. You will log off dead on time every day. You will do more than your job's worth to impress so that you're able to be in a better position to get that promotion, right? And this is where the management, etc. in workplaces actually sit and say, do you know what? I've got 3 workers. I've got 1 worker that sits on a phone all day and does nothing. I've got another worker that does work, but she only comes in and does what she's supposed to do and no more, and then goes home at the end of the day. As long as she gets a paycheck, she's happy. And then you get the dedicated worker that comes in on time, leaves on time, and does more than her fair share of the work, right? Even though she's not asked to do that, she uses her initiative, and she wants to impress, she wants to show I can do more than what you're asking me to do. Out of those three people, who's the manager going to be more likely to give promotion to, right? He's going to get, or he or she's going to give the promotion to the one that's dedicated and gives more than what the others do, right? And I feel that this is your type, this is the type of person that you are. You give whatever it is you work at, whatever it is you do, you put 100% into everything that you do. And because you do that, whatever it is you're working on is going to be successful. Your hard work is going to be noticed and it's going to pay off in dividends. Your second card, meditate and contemplate, and it's a new moon in Pisces. Again, 2 new moons. So if you do come across problems along life's path, and we often do, and you can't seem to find a solution, excuse my bird, I may have to cover him up, and you can't find a solution, then one of the solutions may be just to meditate on it and to think of the question, or ask the question, ask the universe. Say, what's the next step? I've got this far, where can I go? A lot of the time, if I'm making a decision, I use meditation and contemplation. I just ground myself. I maybe sit next to a tree. I'll ask the tree for help and advice or knowledge. And the tree will 9 out of 10 times tell me the right path to go. Meditation can connect us directly to source. It can connect us to spirit. It can connect us to our spirit guides or even our spirit animals. And the answers that we seek that never seem to come, we can find through source. And we can always find those answers through meditation and just quietness, being still and in the moment. And grounding ourselves, we can find those answers. So I don't know if you do a lot of meditation or you've tried meditation to find answers. I'm not sure if you have or not, but if you haven't, definitely give meditation a try. And if you're one of these people that can't meditate because... give me 2 seconds till I just cover my bird up. Sorry about that. He should be sleeping and he's not, so... Okay. Well, that would make sense then, right? You're worried about a new job that you really, really want. The easy solution to that one, right? 1, ask yourself, 1, have you got the qualifications for the job? Right? Have you looked at the job description and you know without a shadow of the doubt that you've got the qualifications for that job? If you know you've got the qualifications for the job, if you know you're more than experienced for the job that you really, really want, right? Before, when you apply for the job, before you go for the interview, take pen to paper and think about all the things that you know you can do. So, for example, I've got that you could list things like I've got all the qualifications and list the qualifications that you've got for that job. I've got this experience. So list all the things that you are experienced with that can also contribute to the job. What's your personality? Do you get on well with other people? You know, you can work with people. You can work with all kinds of people, negative and positive. Again, write that down. All the things that you are good at, write it down. A lot of people fail in interviews because they keep it up here and they'll say, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to say that. And when they go into the interview, they get a blank, they draw a blank. And they come out thinking, oh my gosh, I'd never said that. I should have said this and I should have said that. And chances are they don't get the job. But preparation and planning is absolutely everything. And trusting in your own skills and your own ability, again, is everything. You can also ask in meditation and ask your guides, please help me to get this job. I know I'm going to be good at it. And trust that they will. When I went for my carer's job, I knew I had very little vision, even though I had a little bit more than I have now. But like you, I really, really wanted the job. So the night before, I wrote down, okay, what skills have I got? Okay, the job that I'm going for is working with adults with autism. Well, I'm a mum with an adult autistic son. And when you bring up an autistic son, that's life experience in itself. And then I thought, excuse me, I've got a cough. Then I thought, I've worked with special needs play schemes when my child was younger. And I worked with Down syndrome, deaf, blind, autistic, ADHD kids, etc. That also gave me the experience that I needed. So I wrote that down. Any qualifications in the care sector that I took at college or university, I wrote that down. My own personality, well, I'm good with people. Negative or positive, it doesn't matter. I can work with people. And I'm a good negotiator and I'm a good leader. So I wrote that down. So by the time I went into the interview, I had a list of notes, just little bullet points. And they were at the point where it would say, right, okay, why are you the right person for the job? I would take out my notebook and I would just rattle off everything I was good at. And then I would answer their questions. And because they already knew what I was good at, their questions followed suit. So there was nothing really difficult in the questions. And I found that I got the job. So if you're worried about the job, that you won't get the job that you really, really want, put in the work and the planning to make sure that you do get that job. Go in prepared. Many people, I've noticed when I've been for interviews for jobs, when you look at your competition, a handful of them will have notebooks in their hand or folders. Some will, some won't. But it's the ones that have got folders or notebooks, etc., that they've got all their qualifications with them, they've got all their notes, whatever. They're the ones that are sitting in front of the interviewers, reading from a notebook. Interviewers will like that. Bosses like that somebody's taken the time to actually prepare for an interview. Whereas you'll get somebody coming in just hoping and praying that they answer all the questions, but they've nothing to back it up. Will you get the job? Chances are yes, you will if you put in that effort. I'm just going to take a drink. I've got a dry throat. Sometimes this room gets very dry. So definitely, you know, don't be afraid to go for the job and tell yourself you're going to get the job. Never tell yourself you're not. My cards keep flying today for some reason. There is one of my guides is that can be a very playful spirit guide, and they like to chuck cards everywhere. And of course, the card, here we go, the card that flew on the floor. You're getting an extra card out of this, Eve. The card that flew on the floor, your dreams need a practical plan. Just exactly, wow, I can't believe that flew out the deck. Your dreams and goals, what you desire needs a practical plan. That's exactly what I've just said. Write down everything. Plan it out. Plan every step before you get that interview. I know, right? I can't believe out of all of those cards that card flew on the floor, literally flew on the floor. And I thought, I'm curious, I'm going to see what card it is. Your dreams need a practical plan, right? So yeah, definitely pen to paper. That's a clear, concise message right there. Go for it. I know, Jenny, right? I do have, one of my spirit guides is just so direct. And it's like, stop shuffling. Here, there's the card. So, yeah, Eve got an extra card out of it. It's like my guide is telling me she's definitely still doubting herself. She's doubting the fact that she'll not get this job. So the card got chucked on the floor. I don't think there's any other ones. No, there isn't. It was just that one. And you'll see from my moon cards, there is loads of cards. Out of all of those cards to chuck on the floor, that one came out. That blows me away as well. I've been reading cards for years, and sometimes spirit just blow me out of the water. But yeah, you had to be here to see that, honestly. Wow. So I think there is no doubt in my mind that you're going to get that job. You will get that job with flying colours. You just need to make sure you get pen to paper and you write down and you tell yourself, I am bloody darn amazing. This job is mine. Nobody else deserves this job. I deserve this job because I'm the better woman for this job. And don't just say it, believe it. And then give yourself all the reasons under the sun why you are the best person. Don't self-doubt yourself, right? You've got to build yourself up. Remember, the highest energy on earth is love. So you've got to love yourself unconditional. You've got to look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, I'm awesome. See me, I've got all the qualifications. I've got all the experiences. And out of all the competition that I'm going to face at this job interview, when I apply for this job, I'm the better person. Because I've made a plan. I've worked hard to get the qualifications. And I've done all the preparation work that I need to do. So I sure as hell deserve this job. And universe, I desire this job. Please help me to get it. And then make that practical plan. Write it down. And then come back and tell me that you've got the job. Because I know you will. Hello, Stephen. Good to see you. We're going to add Stephen to the list now as well. Yay. So Eve, I'm so glad that you got that reading, because that, Stephen, you're going to have to watch this live over again when it goes into the subscriber group and the Mystic Witch YouTube channel, because everybody's getting 2 cards. But we've just completed Eve's card. And without a word of a lie, I picked her 2 cards, and Spirit just literally threw a 3rd card out of the box. it literally flew on the floor. And we picked it up. It was exactly what we were talking about. It was it's just, yeah, it was just one of those moments. I know, wasn't it just? I've never, I have seen cards fly out my pack, especially when I'm picking two cards, etc. But when it's a two-card reading and a third one goes flying out the deck, that's a first for me, let me tell you. So thank you to my guides for confirming that for Eve. That's just, even Jenny was like, I think Jenny was floored. She was like, oh my God. But yeah, it was just, you had to see it to believe it. Okay, let's put Stephen's name down. Okay, so next up is our Jenny. What cards would you like? Or should I say, what flying cards would you like? Oh wow, you got a new job, Stephen. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, this is, all our cards tonight have been positive. And how awesome is that? Stephen, we were talking about Eve applying for a job that she really, really wants. And that card came flying out, and then Stephen comes in and says, I've got a new job. Wow. Okay, Jenny, let's give you one of each. Let's do one of each. Congratulations, oh Stephen, that is awesome. The universe works in mysterious ways, let me tell you. And my spirit guides work in mysterious ways as well. They chuck cards everywhere. Okay. Talking about chucking cards, I'll tell you all a true but funny story. Years ago, I used to have people come to the house to get readings. And when I do a one-to-one in-person reading, I always shuffle the cards, and then I hand the cards to the person that I'm reading for, and I'll ask them to shuffle the cards. And then I will spread the cards out and they pick a card. So one day I had a lady come to me for a reading. So I shuffled the cards and I handed her the deck. And I said, shuffle the cards until you feel it's the right way to shuffle. And she went, well, how do I shuffle them? I said, well, you can shuffle them any way you like. You can shuffle them like this one, this way. You can shuffle them by, sliding them in and out of each other. You can shuffle them by splitting them, or you can just throw them down, which, however you want. Oh, so I can just chuck them, put them down. I says, yeah. Well, no kidding. She took the cards and she just threw them up in the air and they all landed on the floor. I could not believe it. And I thought, well, that's not quite what I meant when I said chuck the cards down or put the cards down. That's not quite how I asked you to shuffle the cards. But true story, it must have taken me about 10 minutes to collect all the cards. Then count the cards to make sure that none was missing under the sofa or something. But yeah. Stephen, that is fantastic news. Yes. So out with the old and in with the new. Wow. Oh my goodness. What a night this has turned into be. It's a right positive night. Okay, let's pick a unicorn and a moon card for our Jenny, and then we'll do Stephen. Okay. shuffled those ones. Now we go to the moon cards. Honestly, there is a spirit in here that loves the moon cards so much. That's 2 or 3 times tonight that the moon cards have went flying. Oh, right, okay, that's another one. Right, we're just going to go with that one. One of my guides must be working with the moon cards. Alrighty. So, the cards that I've got for you, Jenny. Soul Satisfaction is your unicorn card. Soul Satisfaction. How beautiful is that card, right? And then you've also got Have Faith in Your Dreams. Have Faith in Your Dreams is your other card as well. I feel that when these 2 cards come hand in hand, let's see what the unicorn card has to say first. Honor your uniqueness and do what makes you feel good. All right? Sometimes we go for our dreams and our goals and we self-doubt ourselves. We kind of put obstacles in the way. And it's like, if I did this or I did that, it would make me so happy. But what if it goes wrong? What if I come out of that comfort blanket and I go for my dreams and I go for my goals despite people putting me off, etc., and I fail? There's a lot of what ifs that we, you know, the only person that puts obstacles in our way of doing things or getting something that we really, really want is ourselves and our self-doubt and our low esteem. But if we stop doubting ourselves and we tell ourselves, I am good enough for this, I can do this, because if I do this, I know it's going to make me happy. You know, it was very similar to when I first started doing readings on TikTok. And I thought, I can't sit and do readings in front of all these people. But readings fills my soul because it makes me happy because I'm helping others. There are so many people in this world that needs help and advice and cannot connect to spirit. I am blessed to be able to be a channel for spirit, a messenger, if you will. And it makes me happy if I can give a reading and pass on messages from spirit so that I can make other people's lives a lot happier. And even though it was scary to come on TikTok and do live readings, I knew that if I come out of my comfort zone and I just went for it and did it, no matter what happened, and I believed in my abilities and my skills, then it would be fine. And I did. And months on, here I am still on TikTok. I got my first 1,000 followers. I was able to then go, because my dream was to go live. I was then able to go live. And then once I went live, I needed more followers so that I could then maybe start a subscription, because a lot of my followers were saying, how can we subscribe to you? Will you get subscriptions? And at that time, you couldn't get TikTok subscriptions unless you were invited by TikTok to have some. So initially, my subscriptions were all done on Facebook. A lot of my subscribers were just joined a subscription group on Facebook because I didn't have the TikTok subscription. But I never gave up my goal for working towards a TikTok subscription, because I knew there was a lot of followers that were on my TikTok, but they weren't on Facebook, but they still wanted to subscribe. And when I least expected it, I got a message from TikTok. Subscription is open to you if you want it. And of course I jumped at it and then posted that subscriptions are now live, and I now have subscribers. But if I didn't have faith and confidence in myself to be able to do all of that, I probably wouldn't be doing that. And it makes me happy that I'm helping other people. If I can put a smile on somebody's face, my day, my job is done. I'm more than happy with that. And if I've helped somebody out of a rut, I'm more than happy with that, even if Spirit fly the cards all over the place. So it's time for you to honour your awesomeness, your uniqueness. It's time to tell you to do the things that makes Jenny feel good. Doesn't matter what other people say. Doesn't matter what other people think. You know, life is full of people that will judge us. They will judge us if we do a good thing. They will judge us if we don't do a good thing. They will condemn us and judge us if we do, and they will condemn, and some will condemn and judge us if we don't. So we're just as well doing it anyway, right? Because ultimately the only person or the only people we should be pleasing is ourselves. Shouldn't be doing things for everybody else. We should do it for ourselves, and we should do the things that make us feel happy, not the things that make others feel happy and Jenny feels miserable. That's not the way it works, right? If Jenny is miserable, there's no way on this earth Jenny's going to help to make people happy. But if Jenny is happy and confident within herself, there is absolutely nothing that she can't do in this life. So it's a case of believing in your self-esteem, your self-worth, believing you are beautiful inside and out just the way that you are, and that the universe never repeats itself. The universe always makes us all unique. Every one of us is unique. Every one of us is different. Not one person is the same. Even identical twins have slightly different personalities. They may look the same, but if you look really, really closely, you will find either physical or emotional differences between the two. I know, right? It looks all good for Jenny. There you go. You're a student nurse, right? And nursing is a hard. It's hard. I knew an old friend of mine. She's no longer a friend because she ended up being a traitor for my ex. But she went to nursing college. She got her nursing degree, and I know how hard it is because her studies were just a nightmare sometimes. But she never gave up, and she persevered, and she knew that that was a job that she wanted. And she absolutely loves going on the different wards, meeting new patients, etc. Some of the doctors and some of the matrons she had other ideas about, but on the whole, it was, I guess, her calling, right? Everybody has a calling on the earth. Some may have a calling to be spiritual guiders, right? Readers, mediums, such as myself, right? Starseeds are put on this earth to guide people and to bring light into the world. Nurses heal, and it's just as good as being a light worker. But, when you can come away from your job at the end of the day and say, I made that patient feel better. That patient may be in pain, or that patient may be going through a lot of trauma. But the fact that I went in, gave her pain relief, made her day a little bit better, then that makes you feel better within as well. So never give up on your dream of being a nurse. You're going to be a nurse and some. And I feel that success is going to grow for you. Have faith in your dreams is your second card. And this is telling you it's the waxing crescent moon. So it's going towards, when it's waxing, it's going towards the full moon. A waning one is going towards the new moon. So when this is the time where it's coming towards the new moon, it's building your dreams, it's building your desires, and it's preparing your futures, making plans for your future and going for it and having belief in yourself. You're the right person for the job. It's in your heart and soul to do this. It's your dream job. It's your dream goal. So you deserve this, right? And there's not, the only obstacle in your way of getting that dream job is you. So have faith in your dreams. Grab life by its horns and just run and take what is rightfully yours. You're going to get through your student nursing, and you're going to get your nursing job. And I see you going up the ladder within the caring or the nursing profession. So I love that card, and I love how positive that card is. So I'm glad you got that job. This has been a positive reading night. It really has. Okay, Stephen, what 2 cards would you like? We're flying through the cards tonight. I don't know if we've got anybody that I've missed. Let me just check my list. Oops. Let's check the list of people we still have in. Yeah, we've got Stephen and Jenny left. So it looks like, unless we get somebody else coming in, Stephen will be the last one of the night. So Stephen, what 2 cards would you like? How positive have these cards been though? I can't wait to share this live on TikTok so that everybody can see that, not on TikTok, on YouTube and the subscriber group so that everyone can see the flying cards. I don't know if he's still got Stephen. Oh, they are now. I don't think the previous ones came through if you did mention the cards, but they are now. It's maybe a glitch. So what 2 cards would you like, Stephen? Isn't it strange how TikTok will let some comments come through, and then usually when you're asking people for what 2 cards they want, the comments don't come through. I don't get that. Jenny, can you see Stephen's comments for his card choice? I don't know why some of these comments aren't coming through. No. Stephen, what 2 cards would you like? Yep, we got the testing. It's working. So what 2 cards would you like before TikTok glitches again? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I love it. How weird is that? It's testing ones and I'm here. Can you see me or coming through? But when We're not able to see what cards he's picking. That is crazy. Come on, TikTok, get a grip. They say save the best till last. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Oh, Lordy. Okay, do an emoji, right? Do an emoji. Instead of typing the words for the card you want. All right, let's pick for you. We'll do one of each. How's that? See, that comment's coming through. Yay, unicorn. How crazy is that? I said let's do one of each and I started shuffling the unicorns. So yeah, let's go for unicorn. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's one of these like, oh my gosh, there's another flying card. Right, okay. Honestly, I don't know what's happening with these cards tonight. It was definitely unicorn. Spirit are working with me and Stephen, I think, because I was shuffling the unicorn cards when Stephen said unicorn, and then yeah, we had a flying unicorn. I know, right? They are flying tonight. I don't believe this. Honestly, you have to watch this live to believe it. All right. Spiritual warrior. Bleeding right. Spiritual warrior is Stephen's unicorn card. Show you are a wise leader and command the universe. Well, you certainly did that, because when things were dire straits and you were made redundant, you could have quite easily just gave up, right? And most people would. Most people would be gutted because they've lost a job. And they'd be saying, what's the point? But you didn't. And it was you kept positive. And you thought, okay, here's the situation. I know I'm getting paid off. I know I'm getting made redundant. And if I don't do something, I'm going to stay redundant. So you made plans. You hunted out a new job. You made plans to get that job by probably preparing for the interview, right? And you went in there and you smashed the interview by telling them how awesome you are and, you know, that this is a job for you, and they would be making a huge mistake if they didn't hire Stephen, right? That doesn't make you a follower, that makes you a leader, right? You're not scared to leave the crowd behind and just get the job done. That's kind of in your nature. Wow. And that is a big, big step. You know, that's a huge change. And that takes inner strength and it takes inner courage. We were actually talking about that in an earlier reading earlier on, because it was a card that came out asking somebody to come out of their comfort zone. You know, they wanted change, but they didn't go for the change because, one, their self-esteem was low. Two, it was something completely different for them. And three, what if came into the equation? What if I fail? What if I don't get the job? What if this happens, or what if that happens? And when we put a lot of what ifs into the situation, our self-esteem goes downhill with it. But if we think, well, there's nothing much I can do, I've lost my job, I can't do anything about the job that I've just lost because everybody's getting made redundant, but I can make a difference to my future, and I can say, no, I'm not accepting redundancy. I'm not accepting that I'm going to be put on the rubbish heap. There's still a good few years left in me. And yes, this job is totally different from the one that I'm doing just now. But can I do it? Yes, I can. Will I be good at it? Yes, I can. And even the things that I don't know about it, I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to put in 100%. It's that positive mindset, it's that determination that is found in every spiritual leader on this earth. It's taking our fear and running, with it. Not sure of the outcome, but we're just going to go for it anyway because we believe that we've got what it takes to get the job done, even though it's scary. Even totally new career is scary. When I was working full-time as a carer for autistic adults, I was only reading part-time in my spare time, and I had very little of that. So it was scary for me going for something that I was confident in doing, i.e. my readings, to suddenly working for managers and bosses and following rules and regulations, and I am rubbish at following rules and regulations. I think I'm a typical starseed. If somebody tells me you've got to do this and it goes against the grain, I won't do it. Honestly, my mum said I was a nightmare when I was younger, because if she said do this, then I would do the opposite, because I was just stubborn that way. She would say you need to go to Sunday school. Well, when I was old enough to choose for myself whether I went to Sunday school or not, I chose not to go to Sunday school. The Bible and everything didn't make sense to me, and it wasn't supposed to, because I was a starseed. I was a spiritual traditional witch. So the Bible just did not make any shape, sense or form. And I would sit in Sunday school bored out of my tiny skull and thinking what a load of crap this is, right? Because it didn't resonate with me. It wasn't my belief system. It was okay for the ones that did believe in that. And we each have our own belief system, and neither one is wrong and neither one is right. They're all right depending on the person and depending on what is right for you. I'm a pagan and I'm a traditional witch, but I'm also a starseed. A lot of people hate witches. A lot of people hate starseeds. I'm good with that. Will it change me? Will it stop me from being me? Hell no. Because at the end of the day, if people don't like me, then they don't have to come into my circle, kind of thing. But that is great that you've got that job. And this is what it's saying. Show you are a wise leader and command the universe. You already did that by getting that job. You told the universe, I'm not giving up. This is not a time for me to give up. I'm going to go for it and I'm going to get the job of my dreams and nothing's going to stop me. And you did. You smashed it. And I can see positive things coming out of this. I can see you going from strength to strength within this job, because there's nothing that you are not prepared to roll your sleeves up and do. And if it means learning a new skill, you've got what it takes to learn the new skills. It's that learning, that quest for knowledge and new skills. That is what has got you to where you are today. So I'm glad you got that card. Hello, welcome back, Audrey. How wonderful have these readings been though, right? They have just been out of this world. Audrey, you've missed some amazing cards. We've had cards flying out of the deck. You'll have to watch the replay on the Mystic Witch YouTube channel or the subscriber group once I get it downloaded and set up on there. We had, now was it, whose card was it? Was it Eve's, Jenny? I think we were doing Eve's reading. And two cards flew out of the deck for Eve. And then just as we were finishing up the reading, a third card flew out of the deck. And the third card that flew out of the deck, I just read the third card, even though it was 2 cards per person tonight. And the card was telling Eve exactly what we were just talking about. Jenny just about fell off her seat. And then when we were reading Stephen's, TikTok wouldn't let Stephen's comments come through when he was picking the cards. So we would say, Stephen, are you here? And we saw his reply saying, yes, I'm here, testing. But every time Stephen wrote what card he wanted, for some reason, either TikTok or the universe didn't show it. So then, instead of choosing a card, Stephen had said, you pick one for me. So I literally picked up the unicorn cards, and Stephen wrote unicorn cards, and it came through. So we were picking the unicorn cards, and as I was shuffling the unicorn cards, the card went flying for Stephen as well. So the energy in here has been, I don't know whether it's because it's a smaller group, I have no idea, but it certainly has been an interesting subscriber group. It certainly does. Doesn't it just? Now, has anyone got any questions before we end the subscriber group? Because I think we've gone through everybody tonight that's came in. The only one that we didn't get round to doing was Anza, I think, because she disappeared just before we got round to doing her readings. But I think she was more interested in her citizenship question. So we did do the dowser, and I'm hoping that Anza will see the replay either on the subscription group on Facebook or the Mystic Witch YouTube channel, so that you can see her answer. Hello Colette, thank you for the like. Okay, let me just check to see if anybody else had sneaked in while we were talking. They haven't. Okay, well that brings us to the end of our first subscriber only readings night. What a night it's been. I know when Janae watches this back, I think Janae will be working. I think she works Saturdays sometimes. But I know when Janae sees this, she's going to be, darn, why did I miss the subscriber only readings? It's just crazy how spirit works sometimes. They even blow me away sometimes. But thank you to absolutely everyone. Stephen, Jenny, Colette, Anza, we've had Eve. Let me just go through the names that we've had tonight. We've had Susan, we've had Audrey, Jenny, Anza, we've had Eve, we've had Isa, we've had Flor, who's not, Flor is Isa's sister. She did try and subscribe during this live, but I think because it's a closed subscription group, she wasn't able to subscribe. So I made an exception and did 2 cards for her sister Flora, because I feel that Flora will subscribe next time I'm live. Then we did Eve and Jenny, and then Stephen, of course, and Colette. So thank you to absolutely everyone who took the time tonight to join me. I couldn't do what I do and what I love to do without all of your kind support for my readings. I am so blessed to have you all as my subscribers, and I look forward to getting to know you all really, really well. Now, if you are on Facebook and you haven't yet joined the subscribers group, go to my profile on TikTok, and scroll, go to my website, which is on my profile, click the website, and if you scroll to the left, the second page is all my social media links. You'll get the Mystic Witch YouTube channel, and all my subscriber only readings will be shared on that channel. You'll also get my Facebook subscribers group. Once you've joined the once you go and click on the subscriber group, make sure that there's little questions like, do you agree to the group rules and what's your name on TikTok? Please remember to put your name, what your name is on TikTok, so that I can make sure that you are one of my subscribers. You'll be surprised at how many people try to join my subscribers group that aren't actually subscribers. So make sure that you do answer the question, one of the questions, which is, what's your TikTok name? Just so that I can check it with my subscribers list on TikTok before adding you into the group. Also, if you would like added into the subscription messenger chat group, send me a friend request after you've joined the subscriber group. Once I accept the friend request, I can then add you to the chat room as well, where you can meet other subscribers and myself, of course, and we can chat any time that you want. You'll also have one-to-one with me, where you can use that chat room to ask any questions that you want. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Stephen. And it has been a wonderful evening. So I'm going to wish you all good night. I'm going to join my wonderful fiance, put my parrots to bed for the night. And I'm off tomorrow. I'm not doing lives tomorrow. So Sunday's all, I'm giving myself Sunday as a day off. I will be doing a card of the day tomorrow though. So, but that will be on my profile page. I'll be back on Monday evening doing live readings, and it will be gift readings. So I look forward to seeing everyone on Monday. And of course, as subscribers, you don't have to gift for the gift readings because you get 2 free cards anyway. So I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Till then, have a great Saturday night, everyone. Take care, love and bright blessings to each and every one of you. Good night, Jenny. Good night, Stephen. Good night, everyone.